Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Let me just remind you off the top, it sure does help if you subscribe to this channel. We're looking to manipulate YouTube search engine. If you subscribe right now, you will help us do so. Click that subscribe button, and I will be so very happy. We're already headed into Week 5, and I want to give you an early look at the Week 5 waiver wire. There probably isn't a Wayne Gallman type this week who could tilt the balance of your league over the next month. Well, let's start out looking at a waiver list for those playing in shallower leagues. Ronald Jones was Tampa Bay's main man in the second half on Sunday. First half, it was Peyton Barber 17 snaps, Jones 12. Second half, it was 23 for Jones, 2 for Barber. I'd like to think that's because Jones was effective. You can circle back in this channel's archives to watch a video on him from just a few weeks ago. He played really well against the Rams. Of course, at this point, when I'm recording, I'm not sure if that usage was maybe about Barber nursing an injury. I cannot legislate usage, but I do think he'd be the top ad in a shallower league. Golden Tate comes back from his suspension this week, should be certainly owned in just about all leagues. Frank Gore, the losing battle that Frank Gore keeps winning. We'll see if Devin Singletary returns. Darrell Williams scored 2 touchdowns for the Chiefs and split snaps with LaShawn McCoy, but one presumes maybe Damian Williams is close to coming back. And Jordan Howard, I mean, it feels like we missed his good game, but you can add him if you dare. Unfortunately, here's the list for those of us in more standard-sized or even deeper leagues, owned in 1/3 of Yahoo leagues or fewer. Nobody here is going to make your pulse race. Nobody here is worth spending all that much fab budget on or blowing the number 1 waiver pick in your league. I'm going to do a bit of film work on the first 2 guys listed here. The other 3, Raheem Mostert of the 49ers, I guess I'm not even sure whether Tevin Coleman will return after San Francisco's bye week for Week 5. Maybe Mostert gets one more game against the Browns Monday night to share work with Matt Breida and Jeff Wilson. Dontrell Inman produced 5 catches and 76 yards in Week 4, but using him as a wide receiver 3 type, entirely contingent upon Mike Williams missing another game. And A.J. Brown, it was an explosive couple of plays that showed some real talent. If you watch Monday morning's video on this channel, you can see those plays in their entirety. But being enthusiastic about him would require me to be enthusiastic about Marcus Mariota, which I am not. Okay, I'll be back in a moment, and we'll take a look at some film from Kris Herndon and Geronimo Allison. We are sponsored today by BetDSI, the online sportsbook where I really do play every week, have for more than 4 years. If you watch a lot of sports on TV, sort of by habit, but find yourself without a rooting interest, even a bet like $5 will make you root like crazy. I know it does for me, and BetDSI really is where I play. Someone sent me an email of a 7-team moneyline parlay they hit over the weekend. Won $5,000. That's pretty nice. If you're interested in trying it out, we have 2 promo codes for you. Go to betdsi.com. If you're a frequent player, use the promo code HarrisTube. They'll match 100% of your deposit. If you'd rather make a couple bets, maybe cash out just to dip your toe in the water, use the code HarrisTube5. They'll match 5% with no extra volume requirements to cash out. Either way, betdsi.com. Okay, so because he's been suspended so far this season, all I've got for you on Kris Herndon is rookie game film from 2018. I recall this from Week 4 as being the first time Herndon really breached my consciousness. It was his only catch that day, but on a lofty little throw like that, coordinated to organize himself and go get it and still stay in bounds. I remember making a little note about him. It was a nice catch. The next time was Week 7 against the Vikings when he scored 1 touchdown and almost another. This is the touchdown. Herndon is lined up tight on the right side. This will wind up being an RPO. The idea is to fake out the linebacker, Anthony Barr, into thinking it might be a run and give Herndon a lane behind him to run a crosser as Harrison Smith lets him go a little bit too easily. I think the best you say about this play is good play design, and Herndon takes a hit in the end zone and hangs on. And on this one, Herndon is slot left, so they're treating him like a big slot receiver in 5 wide. He runs a pretty simple out route. It's a good pitch and catch. I think what you're going to get out of me when it comes to Herndon in general and on this play is he's really not an inline tight end because he's just not that kind of strong. And he's not exactly a burner either, but I think he runs pretty good routes. This one is a corner route from Herndon where he's matched one-on-one against Danny Trevathan, and a matchup like that against an inside linebacker, Herndon can definitely win. I don't watch this route and think, my goodness, he's Zach Ertz. He can't be stopped. His acceleration, his suddenness, they don't pop out like crazy on film. They're fine. And part of the reason we're into any fantasy tight end is the possibility that just they get work, right? And he got work in 2018. He was up and down, but certainly was a low-level tight end one towards the end of the year. There's a possible role going forward in 2019. And this one's not a touchdown. It's not even an impressive route. It's just, I like it because it's a one-handed grab where he takes a big hit and he hangs on. So the deal with Herndon is he's still suspended for week 5. So really this waiver ad would be for week 6. Hopefully maybe by then he has Sam Darnold back at quarterback for the Jets because nobody catching passes from Luke Falk should be starting in fantasy leagues. But if you're searching for a maybe off the waiver wire to give your tight end spot a little bit of life, it's possible that Kris Herndon helps. Okay, and let's talk about Geronimo Allison, who's my number 2 ad in standard leagues for this week. And for the season, this dude is stuck on 8 catches and 76 yards for the whole season. So why in the world would I be talking about Geronimo Allison? Well, I'm not showing him here. This is Davante Adams. This play, Thursday night against the Eagles, that's Adams' toe injury early fourth quarter. He comes out, and the Green Bay pass offense kind of becomes a mess after that. As of my recording this, we don't know if Adams will play week 5 against the Cowboys. My guess is we might not see him, which is what brings us to Geronimo Allison. I think you know what the upside here is. The dude plays with Aaron Rodgers. On this play, out of the left slot of a 3-by-1 formation, as we roll it and sort of slow it down, you can see the play design here is we're trying to put the Vikings number 41, Anthony Harris, into the grinder, make him choose between 2 different receivers. Rodgers will look off one and then throw to the other. And in fact, actually, this is a blown coverage because the linebacker passes Jimmy Graham off, which is a mistake, and Harris can't play center field anymore. And Aaron Rodgers is going to see that and touchdown Geronimo Allison. And as this play from Thursday night shows, Rodgers and Allison are capable of transcendent moments together. It's always probably going to be more about Rodgers being spectacular, but then again, that is a pretty spectacular grab right there, end of the first half, going up the ladder, knowing that, that they're playing against his deep safety, and that guy's going to come up here and smash him and still hanging on to the ball. Then again, hanging on is sometimes something of an issue for Geronimo Allison. He had a 3-drop game in 2018 before he got injured, and this could have been real bad against the Broncos, popping it up in the air like that. He also fumbled week 2 against the Vikings, and we know that continually losing the ball, especially Aaron Rodgers, who has sort of a short temper, can get a receiver in trouble. But playing with Rodgers, you always have some upside. If Adams plays against the Cowboys, adding Allison will have been in vain, so this really isn't a move to spend a lot on. But if Adams sits, both Allison and the more widely owned Marquez Valdes-Scantling, they become wide receiver 3s. They have upside because they play with Aaron Rodgers. And sometimes upside is all you need. Let us know who you're thinking of adding on your waiver wire this week down in the comments. And thank you for watching. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button. Write a comment. Tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on. And of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.